guys might react a little differently to you now that you're the starter. Have you seen that? Do you get a sense guys are following you the way you want them?
I would say so. Quarterback's supposed to be the leader on the football team, and it's hard to be the leader you want to be if you don't have that position or foundation. I got that position, and it's been good since.
How badly does this team? It's an obvious question. How badly do you need an SEC win to sort of validate where you guys?
Well, we just need a win. We got that bad taste in our mouth from Gainesville, and we're working every day so we do get that win. SEC win's important. We haven't had one in a while, but that's going to come. We're just going to try to win this, do everything we can to win this football game on Saturday.
Patrick, how much growth are you seeing from all these young guys you're throwing to on a week-to-week basis?
A lot. They're getting sharper on the routes, and they're also getting smarter. That comes with experience and stuff. And, they've played three big-time college football games, so they've recognized what works and what doesn't work, and they're starting to cut off some stuff. And it's really helping.
The last time Vandy was in town, it was one of the lower points in the program. What do you remember from that game? And do you still have a bad taste in your mouth from it?
Yeah, for sure. It's 40-0. I played about half the game, split routes with Jalen, and it sucked. I remember being at a concert that night, and somebody, sitting to my left was like, "Gosh, man, Kentucky really did not play well today. Had a score, and I was sitting right next to him. He had no idea. It just wasn't good. It's wasn't good. But we're way past that. We are miles ahead of that, miles past that, and we're going to go do everything we can, like I said, to win this football game on Saturday.
What concert was it? You remember?
It was a Bruce Springsteen concert.
It
was a blast. Yeah.
They didn't exactly say it like that, either, did they?
Say that again?
They didn't exactly say it like that.
No, they did not. No.
Patrick, when he said, Derek Mason said today that their goal is sort of to make you throw it, to shut down the running game. Does that make your eyes light up a little bit? Do you get excited when you hear something like that?
That's fine. You can do whatever he plans on doing, but we're worried about us. We're going to execute what Coach Brown tells us to execute, and rather run or pass. We don't plan on worrying about them. We're worried about us.
You go into this season planning to run as much as you ran so far?
I went into the season planning to win football games. Sometimes you got to run the ball to win the football game. That Ohio game, I had to run the ball a little bit more than probably I expected to, or everybody else expected to. But everybody's going to do what it takes to win, and sometimes it takes that.
Especially in the Florida game, it seemed like some of your throws you were letting the receiver make a play. You would throw it in confidence that they would make a play. Is that something that's developed as you've gone?
I think so. It's trial and error. You recognize guys who can and who can't make plays, or make certain types of plays. But yeah, a lot of it, it's just they got a guy covered. The better people you play, the less windows are the size of windows is going to decrease. So sometimes, Garrett, like I said, you got to just go up and let them be Division I college football players. And I had guys that did that in Florida.
What's the difference between your decision-making ability from game one to now? Or do you feel
more refined, for sure. Coach Brown, said the game plans we're carrying are pretty, not necessarily these huge extravagant. I can't even say that word. Extravagant game plans. They're simple stuff that we're good at, stuff that we can execute. With these young guys, us executing these plays during practice, it's really helped out. Awesome mouthful.
George Whitfield, who you worked with, said that he saw some swagger in your guys' offensive Florida that he felt like came from you. Do you feel a responsibility to sort of set a tone in some way?
I don't know if it comes from just me. It comes from everybody. It comes from Coach Stoops and the whole Why Not campaign. The whole recruiting class. I would say I was probably a catalyst, one of the catalysts, but quarterbacks can't do it alone. You got to have guys who make plays, and we definitely have a lot of guys who make plays in Gainesville.
How much you think a veteran like DeMarco Robinson except you and the young receivers?
A lot. DeMarco he's a blue collar guy. He comes out here every day, doesn't really talk a lot, and gets his work done. He leads by example. These young receivers, are able to look up to him and really know what to do. He's cleaned up everything, and I'm proud of him. I'm honored to have him on my team.
It's been a while since Kentucky's been favored in the SEC game, much less a two-touchdown favorite. Is that a challenge to keep focused, and especially for a young team, and not paying attention to that?
No, not really. Because we can't afford not to pay. We can't afford to pay attention about that stuff. The only thing we're worried about right now is winning the football game. Whether it's about 1 point or 80 points, it's still going to be a W. We're just worried about us. Vanderbilt's going to go out there. They're a tough team. You know, we can't do anything that's going to change what they do. We just got to go out there, worry about us, and we'll win the football game.
The seniors on this team have not beaten Vanderbilt 0-3. I guess obviously really no one on the team has.
Right.
You sense from some of the older guys that
Yeah.
in particular, I mean, talk about the SEC streak, but even
I mean, really,
that
you know,
streak there.
Vanderbilt's next. Honestly, you know, they're the next team that we're trying to beat. You know, they're next on the schedule. So our attitude really has not changed from this game to week 1. You know, we got the same attitude going into each game. We're going to do everything we can to win the football game, and hopefully we do that on Saturday.
Did the Florida game strengthen your trust in your offensive line?
Not really. I mean, well, I didn't really, you know, take away any trust, I guess is a better way to say that. And I've trusted these guys since I've stepped on campus. And if you're a quarterback and you're worried about the rush, and you're not going to be productive at all. So even if you have a kind of a less talented offensive line, you still can't worry about it. These guys have fought and fought and fought to keep me off the ground and to keep guys off me. And, you know, every once in a while somebody's going to squeak through. That's my job to get away from them.
By sort of accident, have you guys developed a little bit of extra depth up front because so many guys have had to shuffle in and out for various reasons, and some guys have stepped in and played?
And if you would have told me coming on campus I was going to have a redshirt walk-on freshman start at left guard in the swamp, then I would have been a little worried about it. But if you had told me that was Cole Mosier, then I would not have been worried at all. You know, we have developed that depth, which has been great. It's great, you know, to have depth playing in this league because, you know, people are going to get hurt. It's just the nature of the beast. But this bye week has helped, you know, us get healthy and get ready to go.
Okay, folks, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.